Hi, I'm Shana Jimenez. I'm a certified group exercise instructor and personal trainer. I'm certified through the American Council on Exercise. I've been in the fitness field for the past 8 years, and I've worked specifically with older adults in strength and flexibility as a means of balance and maintaining independence. I'm inviting you to join me in a gentle stretching program designed specifically with the older adult in mind. All stretches can be done sitting or standing, so you'll want to have a good sturdy chair with no arms, and you may also want to have a nice stretching strap or a hand towel right next by. You should check with your doctor before starting this or any other exercise program. Stay in a pain-free range, have fun, let's stretch. Thank you for joining us again. I want to thank those of you who have called the Area 12 Agency on Aging and given me your questions and your comments. It helps me to know who you are and what your needs are and what you're getting out of this program. So I encourage you, please call me. I'm at the Area 12 Agency on Aging, and our phone number, which you'll see at the beginning and the end of this program, is 209-532-6272. Today we're going to start standing in our mountain posture. We're going to work our way into some balance. We'll take our chair and do some stretches there, move to the floor, and we'll even lie down on the floor. So, right where you stand, you may have your chair close by. I hope you do, in case you need it for balance. Or right in our mountain posture. So I'd like for you to pull up nice and tall. Take a moment and spread those toes into the floor. Feel your body weight balanced between both feet and feel your knees soften. Let's find that imaginary string stuck to the top of the head, stick it to the ceiling and let it pull you up tall as you wrap your shoulders back and down. Notice how proud you feel when you stand up nice and tall. Let's take a breath into the belly. And a big exhale, relaxing those muscles that may be tight. You'll have to feel what feels tight within your body as you inhale. And exhale, releasing through the shoulders, anchoring those shoulder blades down, releasing the leg muscles to allow the knees to soften. Let's take one more big breath here. And exhaling. Let's turn into our chair. Using the chair, the back of the chair for support, we're going to start right in with our downward facing dog posture, which is great for the hamstrings, strengthens the back and the abdominals. So step back, take a nice big step back, holding on loosely to the back of the chair. Let's go ahead and pull that belly nice and tight to the spine as we reach back, planting our body weight closer to the heels, lifting the tailbone up towards the ceiling, feeling a gentle stretch through the back of the legs. Remember, pain-free, you know my one rule. Don't create pain, and honor the pain that you do have. So let's inhale again, lifting that tailbone upwards, exhaling, relaxing, staying above hip level, especially if you have a hip replacement. Let's take another big breath. And as you exhale, relax through those hamstring muscles, relax your neck. Now on your breath in, press through the feet, squeeze your sitting muscles, and let's pull back up. Go ahead and take a step forward with the right, step forward with the left foot. Wrap those shoulders back and down again. Find mountain posture. Now let's stretch through the calves and through the hip flexors. So let's take a big step back with the left foot. Press your heel into the floor. I'd like for you to bend your front knee. Keep this back leg straight. Now you can use your chair for support. Feel that stretch going up the back of the leg. Now if you need to make your stance a little bit wider, you can do that. Or if you need to make it a little bit more narrow, you can do that too. Now this is a balancing posture as well. So feel your balance. Focus your eyes right on the television. And if you like, you can take this into a crescent pose by bringing the arms down and sweeping them up. Take your breath. Now as you exhale, let's sweep the arms down. Let's bring the hands to the back of the chair. We're going to change this stretch just a little bit and take it into the front of the hip. So what I'd like for you to do is keep this front knee bent, bend this back knee, and tuck the tailbone. Good. Lengthening the spine. Feel that stretch. We've done this stretch many times sitting in our chair. Now we're just changing it a little bit so you can feel your legs having to work a little bit more to hold you upright. Maybe you remember how we did it in the chair and you want to sit down and do that. That's okay too. Find some power in this back leg. What I'd like for you to do is take a breath in. On your exhale, push through this foot and bring it up to the other foot. We're going to do those same 2 stretches on the other leg. So step back with the right foot. Press that back heel into the floor. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight. Right into our calf stretch. Feeling the stretch going up from the heel, up the back of the lower leg. Turning this into crescent pose if you wish. You can do this one arm at a time. You can stay with a light touch on the chair. We're going to bring the arms down if you can. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Take a big exhale, relax those shoulder blades down. Let's take another breath. Exhale, sweeping the arms down. Hands on the chair if you want to use it. Let's change the stretch. So now tucking the tailbone, bending that back knee, kind of sit back into it just a little bit. We're pulling up tall. So we still have the strength coming out the top of the head. We're not leaning back in the spine. Pulling up nice and tall. Ooh, yeah, feel that stretch going up from the knee to the hip. If that hurts, you can come up a little bit, pain-free. All right, I'd like for you to find power again in that back leg. So go ahead and push through the ball of that back foot. Bring your foot up, coming back to center. Good. Let's turn back to center. We'll work on some more standing balance postures. Let's do tree. So let's put our body weight in the leg closest to the chair. We're going to soften this leg. This is our support leg. So I want you to soften that knee. We're going to come up onto the ball of the opposite foot and pivot. So open up the hip. Good. Hands are either on the chair, or you can place it on your hip or hang it out your side. It's up to you. Now you can stay at this level here, or you can move that foot in just a little bit closer, or you can follow Gina and take that foot up just a little bit higher, climbing it up the leg. Remember not to push on your knee or on your ankle with that foot. Beautiful job. Nice and steady. Good. Now, if you'd like, you can let go of the chair or leave one hand on it. We're going to reach the arms up. 1 or 2 arms. See if you can bring the palms together. Take a big breath. On your exhale, open up those arms like branches on a tree. Take another breath. And now exhale, let's bring the arms down. Let's turn the foot to center again and transfer your body weight. So come right over, bringing your body weight to the opposite leg. Let's soften that knee. We're coming up onto the ball of the foot closest to the chair this time, and this time we're pivoting that hip open. Again, master each level before you move on to the next. So master this, where you feel confident, you're not feeling wobbly. And then if you want to, you can bring the toes in a little bit more. Body weight is still over here. We've just got this foot down. Master this. When you're ready to take that foot up a little higher, do that. It's all about you. It doesn't matter if your level is different than our level. It's important to do what you are capable of doing. Now, if you'd like, you can inhale the arms up or one arm. On your exhale, open the arms. Keep that hip rolled open. Take another breath. Exhale, bringing the arms down. Foot to the floor and pivot it right back to center. Take a moment. Let's get back into both feet. Body weight in both legs, both feet. Let's move into standing bow. So let's transfer our body weight back to the leg close to the chair. This opposite leg slides back on the toes. Feel that hip open just a little bit. You can keep your toes on the floor. Keep your eyes focused on the television. Next place you can go is to lift that foot up off the floor, bending the knee. Master this before you move on. So find where you feel like you are not going to fall. And if you were going to fall, you'd fall with control, right? Now you can take this to the next level. Hand comes along behind. We'll even show you one more level today. So, you've got to be able to master this before you let go. Let's inhale, stay focused. Feel that floor beneath that standing foot. Now, if you're ready, if you want to, you can start to tip forward. It's a hinge at the hip. It's a little hinge forward. Don't go there if it feels too unstable for you. Let's take a breath in, and with control, come right back up and relaxing back down. Transferring the body weight right over into the opposite leg. Soften that knee and slide the foot back onto the toes. So take a moment at every step of this posture. Get balanced, every step of it. Balance here. Balance here. Make your choices wisely. Be mindful. Foot to the hand. Take a moment. If you get unsteady, steady yourself. Reach the arm up if you wish. You can keep your hand on the chair if that's too much. And then if you really want to go a little bit farther, it's a hinge at the hip. That support knee stays soft. This requires some focus and mindfulness, so don't go there if you don't feel like you're going to be able to stay upright. I do not want you to fall. Let's come back up. Nice and tall. Bring the arm down, foot to the floor. Body weight comes evenly between both feet. Let's try one more standing, balancing posture. So body weight goes back into the leg close to the chair. We're going to go into our knee lift. So we're going to slide the opposite foot forward. We're on the toes. You can stay here. You can bend this knee and start to lift that foot up. If you'd like, you can add arms out or one arm out. Find your posture again, nice and tall. Feel the length in the spine. Feel the shoulder blades anchoring those shoulders back and down. Let's take another breath in. On the exhale, with control, foot to the floor, arm back down. Transfer your body weight right over. Let's go ahead and slide this foot out, toes to the floor. Feel that floor beneath the toes, beneath the support foot. Bend the knee if you wish. Lift it up off the floor. Take a big breath. Big exhale, feel the knee softening, extending the arms if you wish, keeping the eyes focused. Anchor those shoulders back and down. Let's take a big breath. Now exhale, releasing the arms, releasing the leg, foot to the floor. Take a moment, balance yourself. Let's move into the chair. We'll do a couple of stretches sitting in our chairs. So we're going to just move them center. Sitting nice and tall. So again, you can choose to sit back against the back of the chair, or you can come forward and keep your feet flat on the floor. If I sit all the way back, my feet don't touch the floor, but I get some nice back support. So choose what feels best for you. If you need the support for your back, sit back. Let's do remember our seatbelt stretch. So I want you to take your left hand to your right shoulder. Arm is parallel to the floor or lower. Bring the right hand to the left tricep. And just gently guide this arm over the shoulder, staying pain-free. So you're feeling a stretch right here. And you're breathing comfortably. Relaxing the muscles in the shoulder, in the neck. Noticing if you're hunching at all, just let it go. Let's take another breath. And as you exhale, release that arm down. Let's do the same thing to the other side. So right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right tricep. And again, stay right here. Some people, this is as far as they can go, and that's okay. If you can go a little bit farther, gently guide that arm over. It's important to do what you can do, and don't worry about what you can't do. So stay within your own range, and maintaining what you have is really, really important. So don't get frustrated. If you're able to just maintain the strength and the flexibility that you have, do that. Let's go ahead and release this arm down. A little shake of the shoulders. Let's get into our tricep stretch, with or without a strap or a necktie or a dish towel or whatever you've got that's safe and not too stretchy. So if you've got something, go ahead and put it in your left hand and just toss it over your shoulder. Elbow stays pretty close to the head, and the we're just gently guiding the elbow upward, but remember, maybe this is as far as you're able to go. You can reach around with the other arm and find that strap back there, and that just helps, gives you a little leverage that you're able to guide that elbow up a little bit further. But please stay in a pain-free range. Do not force that shoulder where it doesn't belong. Let's take a breath. On your exhale, let's gently release. Bring the arm down, shake out the shoulders. Let's do the same thing to the other side. So strap or tie, whatever you have, is now in the left hand. Let's toss it over the shoulder, reach around, keeping the elbow in nice and close, gently guiding that elbow upwards. So remember, you can do this without the strap too, just bringing the arms behind you. Some people that I work with, they can touch their fingers and interlace their fingers, and they like to show with each other that they can do that. And then there are some that our arms are really far apart. So again, you just need to stay in your own range, what's appropriate for you. It's not a competition. Let's bring this arm down, shake out the shoulders a little bit. All right, we're going to move to the floor, but as always, you have the opportunity to stay in your chair. You can do whichever feels best to you. So Gina and I are going to get up, we're going to move our chairs just out of the way, and we're going to come all the way down to the floor. Sitting on our mat, getting comfortable in a seated posture. It's important to get down on the floor periodically. Sometimes people just won't even go to an exercise class because they think that they need to get on the floor, and they avoid it. They don't want to do it. Part of it is because they don't know how to get back up off of the floor, or they're afraid they can't get back up off of the floor. It's important to practice that. Your muscles have memory. So anytime that you get down on the floor and you just remind your body what it's like to be down here, you remind your body how it is to get back up, makes it easier in case you should have a fall. Falls are very common. And if it should happen to you, if you've been here before, it's not quite so scary to be here again. So as you sit here, think about the length in your spine. Wrap those shoulders back and down. Just take a moment to get in the moment, to be mindful. To relax the mind, relax the body. Now let's reach the arms around behind. We're just going to go into a chest stretch. So just place your hands into the floor. You can maybe put your fingers into the floor or your palms, and then roll the shoulder blades together. Feel the chest to open. And then lift that sternum up, a chest bone up, just slightly. So take the string from the top of your head, put it in the sternum, stick it to the ceiling. Pull up nice and tall. Start to look up with the head just a little bit. So we're really lifting the chin upward. The head is following. So we're being very mindful of protecting our neck. Our head is heavy. We don't want to flop the head back. So now gently lower the chin, release the shoulders, lower the sternum, and let's come back to our comfortable seated posture. Let's inhale both arms up unless you have a shoulder impingement or a neck injury that won't allow this. Palms together. Now exhale back down. Let's do that once more, adding on. So inhale the arms up. Now exhale, bring the left arm down to the floor, right arm up. Inhale, reaching up and over. Remember that side body stretch? We've done this in the chair, which you can be doing right now. Now I'd like for you to take your left shoulder and pull it down. Sometimes people want to do this. So pull that shoulder out of your ear, look up towards this top arm, follow the arm with the eyes, find your hand. Let's take a breath. I want you to push away from the floor, come back up sitting tall. Now exhale, bringing the right arm down to the floor, left arm reaches up and over. Side body stretch, take a moment. Think about your posture. Let's pull that right shoulder out of the ear. Look up at this top arm, follow the arm with the eyes, find your hand. Inhale, exhale, relax the side body muscles. Let's take another breath as we push away from the floor, coming all the way back up, and exhaling the arms back down. It's a good stretch. Let's move into a spinal rotation. So, of course, inhaling to lengthen. Exhale to squeeze the belly firm to the spine as we rotate around at the waist, looking over our shoulder to the left and out the corners of the eyes. So a reminder again, if you have osteoporosis and this makes it very uncomfortable for you to breathe, you can make it much smaller, or you can sit this one out. Take another big breath while you're here. Little stretch in the eyes. Now as you exhale, let's unwind eyes, head, and spine. Take a moment, get back into your good seated posture. Be mindful as we take another breath in. Exhale, belly comes into the spine. To protect our spine as we rotate around to the right at the waist, making this motion as small or as large as it needs to be, looking over your shoulder and out the corners of your eyes. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, relax into that twist. Let's take another big breath. On your next exhale, let's unwind again. Eyes, head, and spine, right back to center. Let's move into the hips. Let's bring the soles of the feet together into our butterfly stretch. So remember, if you're sitting in your chair right now, you may want to do this one leg at a time. So we'll take a breath or two and then I'll tell you when you can change legs. How's that sound? So let's inhale. If you'd like, you can exhale and just gently press into the outer thigh or the inner thighs. If you're doing one leg at a time, go ahead and change legs now. Let's take another breath. And a big exhale. One more breath, relaxing through those hips, inner thighs as you exhale. And now come back up. Let's release the legs a little bit. We're going to go into our happy cow stretch. So hands come around behind just for some support. We'll bring our right foot under the left leg. Left leg starts to come over. If you're sitting in your chair, you're doing this one leg at a time. And if you have a hip replacement, you're either not doing it or you're keeping this leg way far over. Never cross the midline of the body with the hip replacement. Middle of the body. Let's sit tall again. Find where you are comfortable or comfortably uncomfortable in this posture, but not in pain. Feel that hip open. So if you're sitting in a chair, the real main difference is this bottom leg is, the foot's flat on the floor. Let's take another breath here. As you exhale, if you'd like, you can start to tip forward. If your hips will allow you to do that, just to hinge forward, feeling that stretch get deeper. And now we'll inhale, lengthening the spine through the top of the head, coming right back up, sitting tall. We're going to reach behind us. Feel the muscles in the back of the arms activating as you reach back. Let's untangle the legs. Let's do the opposite side. So now we've got the left leg underneath, right leg is on top. And if you're sitting in your chair, your left foot is on the floor. So sit tall again with us. Find where you feel a gentle stretch, where you're safe and appropriate. Let's take a breath in, getting tall. As you exhale, relax through the hips and the thighs. Let's take one more breath here. As you exhale, if you wish, start to tip forward. If that's too much for you, don't do it. Stay right where you are. Let's take another breath. Exhale, relaxing a little bit deeper. And now on your inhale, lengthen through that spine, come right back up, sitting tall. Let's untangle the legs. I'd like for you to just get comfortable again with your sitting posture. Let's get into the transversus abdominis. We're going to use it for our next abdominal exercise called boat. But what I'd like for you to do is find this muscle, put your hand on your belly. Now squeeze your belly in really tight. The hand will follow. Now release. Now squeeze that belly in tight and release. That's a deep abdominal muscle called the transversus abdominis. I want you to use it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do boat pose, which is great for the abdominals in the back. Hands come along behind you. Bring your feet flat to the floor. We're going to do this in two separate segments. So we're going to start with hands on the floor. Draw that belly to spine, TVA, like we just did. Bring your right foot up off of the floor, left foot. Bend back just a little bit into your bent elbows. Oh, feel those abdominals kick in. Take a breath. Now as you exhale, bring your left foot to the floor and right foot to the floor and come back up, sitting. Now we're going to do the same posture called boat, but we're going to do the second half of it. So sitting tall, this time I'd like for you to take your hands up off of the floor and reach them in front of you. Feet stay on the floor. Let's take a breath in. As you exhale, squeeze that belly to your spine and start to hinge backwards at the hips. Now we're using our abdominals to hold us upright. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, take a breath, knees stay close together. As you exhale, hinge back up to sitting tall and release down. Now, Gina and I will show you what the full posture looks like, so you always have that choice instead of choosing one or the other. So we're just gonna draw belly to spine. We're gonna lift the arms, start tipping backwards at the hip. Start with one foot up off of the floor, other foot up off of the floor. This is boat. Take a breath. Now exhale, bring your left foot down, right foot down, come back up to center, arms back down. Nice work. All right, let's go ahead and come all the way down, lying onto our back. So hands come behind for support, feet are flat. Draw that belly to your spine as you roll yourself down. Go ahead and bring your feet in close to you. Knees are bent, arms are out to your sides, palms down. Let's take our breath in. On the exhale, guiding both knees over to the right. Head turns left. Let's take a breath in. On the exhale, relax through those hips, through the thighs. Just let the knees kind of fall and relax. Let's take another breath. And on the exhale, gently drawing the belly to spine, guiding the knees back to center, head to center. Let's take another breath. This time on the exhale, guiding both legs over to the left. Head turns to the right. Take another breath here. As you exhale, relax those legs, the thighs, the hips. Take another breath. And another exhale. Let's take one more breath. And on your next exhale, draw the belly to spine, bring your knees to center, head to center. Now go ahead and extend both legs all the way out. In fact, reach your arms up overhead if you can, pain-free. We're gonna do a big, long, full body stretch. So I want you to reach through your fingertips, reach through your toes as though somebody's pulling you from your wrists and somebody else is pulling you by your ankles. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, just relax every muscle in the body. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach through the fingers, through the toes, lengthen those arms, lengthen those legs. And as you exhale, relaxing all the muscles in the body. So go ahead and relax through your shoulders, lower your arms down just a little bit closer to the body, palms are facing up. So find where you're comfortable, the arms are giving you some space between them and the body. And you're letting your breath flow evenly through the belly, through the lungs. So take this moment just to close your eyes and to relax. I want you to think of one thing that you can think of today that you really love about yourself. Maybe it's part of your personality, or it's the way that your legs work. Maybe it's the way that you think. Think of one thing that you really love about yourself. Take another breath. Now, as you exhale, I'd like for you to roll to your right side and start to work your way up to sitting. Now I'm going to come all the way up and I'm going to bring Gina a chair just to show how she can safely come up off of this floor if that's a challenge for her. So you can stay on the floor as long as you'd like, or you can work your way up to standing. But either way, I'd like for you to practice that often, getting down on the floor and coming back up. You've done a fantastic job. Please call me, let me know how this is working for you. Thank you, and I'll see you again.